All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this fine evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Video goodness coming your way. Cthulhu Tech, The Shadow War. This is coming to Kickstart real soon. This is the quick start adventure. I have some other goodies, but because I'm under an NDA, I can't share too much. But I wanted to do a video to just let you guys know to go to the Kickstarter page and make sure that you sign up for this, because if you remember the first edition of Cthulhu Tech, which was awesome, and if you remember correctly, Mr. Mean loved it. This is a very adult game. It does handle some adult themes. There's body horror, there's blood, there's gore, there's a little profanity, and I believe there is a slight bit of nudity. Now, this is the first edition. I haven't combed all the way through the second edition. Uh, the rules mechanics are completely overhauled. This was a great game, but the rules were, oh, they were painful. But still not bad. I mean, there's worse games out there, but it had ribbons and everything. This is a beautiful book, and if you find it sitting on a shelf or in your discount bin, you should pick it up because it is well worth adding to your library, and it's a good read. But we're not here to talk about Cthulhu Tech 1.0. We're here to talk about 2.0. And so I wanted to have that up on the screen there so you can see it. And I can't really make it bigger. Unfortunately, I'm not on my Mac today. I'm on my gaming laptop. And while it's more than powerful enough to record videos, I don't have all the setups that I normally have. I wanted to show off the character sheet. This is fully downloadable. And it is a very, very nice. I love it. Thank you, Mindfire, for doing a portrait, or excuse me, a landscape character sheet. I just think it's a better use of paper and space, and this is a great character sheet. It is a 5-page character sheet, so of course you're going to print it, double-sided hopefully, and you'll get 2.5 pages out of it. But it's got everything you have. You still have your taggers, you still have your powers and everything. You still have your symbiote stuff. The game hasn't changed. The mechanics have changed. We're not going to go too much into it because again, it's under NDA. But I did want to, I did want to show off they're kickstarting the money to print the books. The books are done. I'm pretty sure these are complete copies because I didn't see any page XX or anything like that. And the art in here, there's no places for art. We have the Game Master's Guide, Magic and Psionics, which now this is still a work in process. And then, of course, the player's handbook. So we're going to just close Magic and Psionics because I don't believe it's ready yet. And I just opened up the file with all the PDFs. I don't even have a PDF viewer on this laptop because this is my gaming laptop and I play games on it. I don't read PDFs on it or anything. But I don't think I have access to the shared drive anymore that Op sent me, aka Mindfire. I believe he goes by, he goes by Mindfire on Discord if I remember correctly, or OP Op. Anyway, he's been super patient and understanding and reached out to me to see if I wanted to still do a review of the game, and I do. Cthulhu Tech is one. I have the GM screen. I have one of the source books, and the GM screen was originally packed with a whole bunch of goodness. But unfortunately, those books are hard to find now. I'm sure you could probably download them from Drive Through RPG, but I'm a physical book kind of guy, and I want the physical books, and they're hard to find now, if even available anymore. Who knows? Um, but what is cool about 2.0, the Shadow War, is it's going to go to Kickstarter soon. So I don't know what all is going to be entailed. I don't have any behind the scenes knowledge, but the game mechanics have been completely revamped. And so like I said, the game is completely written. We have a quick start adventure, The Worms of Nurgle or Nergal. And this is this is written by Matthew Grau, who's the original author of the first Cthulhu Tech. So we're keeping the same pedigree here. Matthew is an amazing writer. I really like his writing. The game design, uh, it's taken a twist, and I can't say if it's for me until I actually get it to the table. And unfortunately, I don't have a group that's open to trying different games. And trying to herd gamers online is like herding cats in a rainstorm. It's just not a good process. So I don't know if I can get a group together to play, just because sadly my channel's not that big. I think I have like 1,600 subscribers. And the meanies are awesome. Shout out to all the meanies out there. Like and subscribe if you're not. Join the Discord to become a meanie if this is your kind of jam. I have ADHD of gaming. These are all game books behind you. This shelf is 32 feet long, three stacks high, and it's chock full of gaming goodness. And I also do miniatures. You can see there's BattleTech behind me as well. I just recently got into BattleTech, and I just primed a bunch of BattleTech miniatures today. So, or this evening when I got home. CthulhuTech is, wow, how do you describe CthulhuTech? Sci-fi noir in the not too distant future with Cthulhu. I think that's a great way to describe it. There is so many different things you can do in this game. And if you're into Cthulhu and you're into technology and sci-fi technology in a gaming sense, then this is your bread and butter. This is the game you're gonna love. So we're just gonna flip through the quick start here, but you can see the art. That is the original art, or very similar to the original art that was on the original book. So the art is fantastic. If you like that dark, creepy Cthulhu slash biomechanical art, you're gonna love this game because it's full of it, and it's just very well done. You have taggers that you can play. Is basically if you watched the Guyver anime and you wanted to be Guyver, this is your game. Uh, if you ever wanted a symbiote in you that could let you do crazy things, this is your game. If you love Cthulhu, this is your game. Now, I admittedly am not a huge Cthulhu fan, but I do like the Cthulhu mythos. I'm not really into like 1930s gaslight. I like more either modern or sci-fi or fantasy. Cohor's Cthulhu by Mondifius, another great one because that's Roman era fantasy with Cthulhu mythos. But CthulhuTech, this game just hits it in all the right spots. The mechanics are different. The old system, if I remember correctly, it's been years since I've looked at it, was a percentage-based system, and it was somewhat convoluted and thick. This one's streamed down quite a bit. There's still some tasty, crunchy stuff in here, but it is way thinner mechanic-wise than the original CthulhuTech. We're going with dice pools, and here's what's cool. I'm a big fan of D12s and D10s. Those are my favorite two dice, and I don't think they see enough love in tabletop games. In CthulhuTech, you just need to decide what dice you want to. You like D6s? Use D6s. Any dice that has an even number of sides, which is most polyhedrals, unless you're going with the weird ones like the D3 and the D5 and the D7, which you can buy, but you don't want to use those. You want to use even-sided dice. So D10s, D6, D8, D12s, D20s if you want. And what is cool is you're gonna form a dice pool and you're gonna roll and you're looking for evens or odds. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you're looking for even. So and I love how they say it here. What dice do I need? CthulhuTech is dice agnostic, which I think is phenomenal. I'm gonna blow this up because I'm old and blind. Uh, Dice agnostic, so you can use any kind of dice as long as they are even sided. You'll need a pool of around 10. So you guys have heard me many times on the channels bitch and moan about how I hate D6 dice pool systems, that you need 30 D6. No, 10. All you need is 10. And it can be a D6, it can be D4s. So if you've got a bunch of D12s or D8s floating around, you can use whatever dice you want as long as it has even size. This is a CthulhuTech is a science fantasy role-playing game set in a high-tech near future Earth with magic and monsters blended in. The world teeters on the edge of apocalypse as aliens and powerful dark entities alike seek to bring about their own new age and the end of ours. What's cool about this is there is the almost like the detective noir type thing where you know there's the forces of Mu on the moon, and they're trying to influence Earth. There's so much Cthulhuism in this that it is crazy and it's cool. It is kind of on the dark side. There are some very adult themes. It is obviously a role-playing game, so there's a lot of graphic violence. So, players beware. I wouldn't play this with my 8-year-old, but if I had a 15, 16-year-old and they were mature and they watched, they could understand the concepts and the nuances of fantasy violence versus real world violence, I would let them play. Because as a GM, you can tone down or tone up that stuff. You don't have to play into body morphing or dysmorphia and all that stuff. So it's up to the GM to know his group and run a game. This play test that I believe, if I'm correct, you can download this right now, and you can learn to play while you run through this quick start. So if you've got a gaming group and you're ready, I recommend you download this off of Drive-Through RPG. You know what? Let's double check Drive-Through RPG. Let's check it and make sure. CthulhuTech. CthulhuTech, yes. Okay, that's the original. Let's go to Wildfire. The Shadow War. Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Yes, there we go. Oh, so they're available. Okay, I think there's the sorcery book is the new Kickstarter. So these are currently available for purchase. Let's make sure. Yep. So I thought they were still going to Kickstarter. So maybe they're done. Maybe the Kickstarter already came out and I'm just way behind. But yeah, here we go. And you can download all of these, and the prices are really good. I mean, $12. I think there's a big sale on Drive-Through right now. So really, you've got no excuse. Use my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, and it puts a couple pennies in my pocket. So yeah, it's out right now, and I'm sorry. I thought it was still waiting to go, but you could download this for free and see if it's the game for you and check it out. I'm telling you right now, look at this. How cool is that? These are the different Tagers. And yeah, so dude, this is so groovy. Uh, and there's all these different, basically monsters you could become, and there's different versions as flyers, elementals. Goes through how to make a character, your dice pools, and how you're going to put everything together. It is gun, and you got gun fu. You can't go wrong with a game that has gun fu. Come on, guys, this is awesome. Your Tager, the total health of your Tager, uh, Tager. I pronounce it Tager. Uh, your senses and everything. So this is going to give you everything you need to play. So find out if it's the game for you. If you know about the original CthulhuTech, then and you liked it, then you're going to love this. The only thing is the mechanics are easier. Now it's a dice pool system, and you get to use whatever dice you want. So how can you go wrong with that? That is amazing. And of course, your Tagers have powers. You have different kind of psychic type powers, as well as obviously physical powers. There's different types of Tagers. So if you're a frontline combatant, you can pay the brute. If you're a stealthy, stick to the shadows, there's those. If you want to fly, it's everything in the kitchen sink in a good way. And the layout this is not going to be horrible on your toner. If you print this grayscale, it's going to print out just fine. I really need to run this for my group and just to see if they will get a chance to it. Yeah, and Tagers are made. The Migu improved on many aspects of the human metabolism, making you more comfortable in what would otherwise be unpleasant conditions. This is the Nazadi, which are a different type, and they all have different powers and abilities. So there's different types of Tagers that can do different things, and it's just so cool. So obviously here, let's see. I want to see if they should have art in here. These are all the different characters that you can play, uh, pre-generated characters, basically. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, look at that. How awesome is that? The art is phenomenal. The rite of union is the key to joining a person with a Tager symbiote, known only to the Eldritch Society. Candidates must train rigorously if they hope to survive the ritual. Because yes, you can die from this ritual. So there is all kinds of information to set the stage here for you to be able to play. Guys, I can't say enough good stuff about this. It's a very simple dice mechanic. It's a dice pool mechanic. You're looking for evens versus odds. You're going to get a number of target. You're going to get a target number. You need that many successes. It is cut and dry. And this is a full-blown adventure. I don't want to blow too much. I just wanted to get to some of the art. Yeah, look at that. So again, if this isn't your thing, you know, body dysmorphia and all that stuff, but you can shapeshift in an instant with little to no time, sucker punch, complex actions. Yeah, so lots of good rules. Nergalite cultists, these are the bad guys. Um, I, they've been extremely patient with me. Uh, Mindfire, like I said, sent me the files. They're amazing. I just don't have a group that I can play this with. So I just want to bring awareness to it. I'm hoping to do an interview with Matthew Grau, hopefully pretty soon. We just had our backyard patio redone and our deck and our pavers all redone. Big project for our backyard. It took 2 weeks. It's done. It was done, actually officially finished yesterday. So it's all done. I can relax now and I don't have to keep running outside to check on things and work with the contractors. Um, those that don't know, my son is handicapped. He has autism and he doesn't have the best muscle structure and coordination. And our backyard was a mess, and I just didn't want him to fall and get hurt. I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So the art it's out there, man, but it's cool. And just being able to be a normal, and you're investigators, by the way. You're basically like private detectives. You can be hired by corporations, or you can strike out on your own and do your own thing. But for the most part, it is a corporate dog eat dog world. And then of course the Migu are trying to invade Earth in like a shadow war, which is why it's called the Shadow War. And they're infiltrating government. It's your job to root them out. And they're it's very Cthulhu-esque, and in my opinion, noir detective, finding out. But there are special units and stuff, so you could be part of a government task force, which I believe, if I remember correctly, that's what you are in here. The year is 2088, so it's not too far in the future. Secret war rages to save humanity. Join with a symbiote, become a monster to fight gods. Be feared by those you protect. There is no other way. And in a cosmic apocalypse in the near future, old gods have awakened to make the planet their own. Fight in the dark underworld of a besieged society in symbiosis with an other against a cult with the power of a giant corporation. Yeah, there you go. CthulhuTech is an engaging role-playing experience. Choose one of 10 symbiotes from one of 10 heritages. Flexible system allows you to play traditionally or using narrative resource management. Customize the rules to your own style, use fast attacks, or craft them on the fly. Reimagined, and it's by Wildfire, which did the original. And you can find them out at wildfire.games. Guys, check it out. When the sorcery book goes to Kickstarter and I get the final copy of the PDF, I will do a review of it as soon as Op tells me that I can. But my understanding, and I could be late to the party here, and I think I'm under an NDA to not disclose too much of the core books, but they're available on Drive-Thru RPG, so you can pick them up now. And I think what I want to do is I just want to find a good piece of art. And the art is very muted, as you can see. It's a very washed out color kind of deal. I don't want to give away too much here. Oh, that might be a good piece. Yeah, there we go. So you can see a lot of high tech, very crowded. Yeah, it's a Chicago arcology, so it's pretty cool. So I don't want to give too much away. I love the character sheet, really well done. Whoever did this, you did a bang up job. It's got all the information you need on there. I believe, yeah, it is form fillable. So if you write like a pig, like I do, it's not a problem. You can type on this and then you can print it out nice and neat. Guys, it's a banger. This is a great game. Uh, I mean, you got an open-ended dice system that you can use any dice you want, or you can do narrative storytelling with resource management. The game is yours to play with how you want. Matthew, I don't know how he came up with this. I know he'd gotten a lot of feedback that the 1.0 was very complicated, very convoluted in some aspects, and some of the rules just didn't jive. And that can be a bunch of different things: time constraints, editing process, game design process. All those things can affect the final outcome. But I still think he's got a banger of a setting here. And then, of course, being able to use like D12s or D8s or D10s, whatever dice you want, as long as you have 10 of them, you roll them. And I love a dice pool system where I don't have to chuck 30 dice. I can only I can up to 10 and I'm good. There may be instances where you can roll more than 10 dice, but I'm pretty sure 10 is going to be your max. And Op or Matthew will correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to sit in if someone's running this and you want Mr. Mean to sit in. Please contact me. I would love to sit in and play it. I did play the original years ago, but I haven't ran it or played it in years. I don't even know when the first one was produced. I want to say 2008 rings a bell, but I could be wrong. I just know I love the art in it. Let's see if we get a date. 2008. Man, I'm good. Look at that. First printing, 2008. Yep, I remember because I had it and then I lost it and I had to go rebuy it. And I bought it from a game store in Arizona that had it sitting out with a couple of the supplements, and I bought everything that I could afford at the time, and then someone stole the box. I lost a box in the move, and that box had some of my original D&D stuff and a couple of other RPGs, and some of the supplements were that. So I have one of the supplements. I don't remember which one it is, and I have the GM screen, and the GM screen was very thick and came with a bunch of stuff. But again, I'm babbling because I'm very tired. It is late here, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I hope this gives you a little taste of CthulhuTech: The Shadow War, and then it's enough for you to go check it out. Go to DriveThruRPG, download the intro adventure, which will give you everything about creating your character. It is a whopping 76 pages, and it's very well done. And like I said, the art is super cool. These are Tagers fighting some Mews, Mew, which are the Cthulhu monsters, one of the Cthulhu gods that's trying to take over. I love the silhouette of a guy walking, but behind him is either a Tagger or one of the bad guys. So I'm babbling. We've been recording for 20 minutes. I haven't said a whole lot. Basically, guys, go buy the game, go check it out, support an indie publisher. Uh, you're going to get a good game. Easy dice mechanics, thick narrative storytelling, or in-depth, crunchy storytelling. It's what you want to put into it. There's options in the core rule book, and the player's guide and the game master's guide are both available on DriveThruRPG. I'm not sure if physical books are available right now. I didn't look, but they're getting ready to. I think if I'm getting, I know I'm getting my wires crossed, and I do apologize, but I believe the sorcery book is coming out, and that's going to be kickstarted as well. So I don't think the books have actually shipped, because I believe Op said I was going to get a copy as a review copy, and when I get the physical copy, I'll be more than happy to do a follow-up video and expound upon some of the mechanics and stuff. I can't read for extended periods of time on PDF on a computer. It kills my eyes. Uh, but it is super cool, guys. I hope this gave you a glimpse, entices you enough to go check it out. And if there's any edit, if Op or Matthew reach out to me and say I got this wrong or whatever, I'll put a note in the video and update it. So keep an eye on it. And I hope you enjoyed this early look at CthulhuTech, the Shadow Wars, and the quick start adventure, The Worms of Nurgle. Go check it out. Download it from DriveThruRPG. Tell them Mr. Mean sent you, and then go hit up Wildfire-Games and tell them that you saw this here on Mr. Mean Speaks. And check this game out, guys. As always, peace and hair grease. This old man's going to go to bed. And remember, as always, please be nice.